All right, well, this very beautiful piece of land is owned by SITLA, or Utah State Trust Lands. And there's a few squares here, and we're directly adjacent to Dead Horse State Park, which is actually those trees on that far ridge over there. And this is Long Canyon. And this is an area that I've been sort of monitoring on and off for the last few years because it has become a relatively high use area, especially when the weather is good. There's not very many people here now, but it turns into a pretty high use area. And there is zero management here. And because it's state land and not BLM land, we don't even get what the BLM does, which is a better job than what happens on these pieces of state land usually. So we're going to look at a couple types of impacts here that are growing, and the first thing that we're going to look at here is vehicle impacts to vegetation. So this is a great example here. So as this place gets more crowded and more crowded, people make decisions to push their vehicles, drive them further and further through smaller gaps here with larger vehicles, and inevitably they hit the bushes and the trees. And this is a pinyon pine juvenile here that at least this one piece is definitely dead, dying, drying out. So yep, let's see what else we find. So we can see sort of the final stage, or almost final, is right here. So this is a small pinyon pine tree that was growing there until somebody decided that we didn't just need to drive this way, we also needed to drive that way and drive over that tree. Yeah. And inevitably, this tree will be lost as well. And we can already see that it's being undermined. These are the roots sort of coming out of the ground. Yeah, I bet this juniper tree is probably 600 years old. Something like that. And this will be a good one for me to return to because it's in a vulnerable spot right here. We'll see what happens. So here's another example of this vehicle impact. So this was like a small island of, well, still is a small island of vegetation. But you can see here, obviously, it's been totally smashed a whole bunch of times. And eventually all of this will be gone, and with it will go the mound, and then nobody will have any idea that it was ever even here. Just across the way here, you can see that people have driven here and have knocked these branches off this Mormon tea. And just these little branches aren't really super significant, but the key is that these things happen as part of accumulated actions. And so what we see here now is just one very small part of this process, which will inevitably be the death of this bush without some management. Right here on this corner is another example. This is a small juniper, and it could be maybe 125 years old or more. You can see these two branches here along the ground that this tree's been smashed, and I think somebody's actually driven straight over it that way. And you can see that there's bits and pieces of it. And so what will happen is this whole corner will leave as this tree dies, and then people won't have any idea that it was ever here, and they won't be able to understand how their individual actions are contributing to this devegetation and erosion that's occurring so rampantly here. Here we can see this denuding in process, and this is the sort of later stage where this has seen so many vehicles that you can't really tell, but there was a tree here. And if we look at it a little closer, this looks like a pinyon pine that was growing here, and you can look right over here. You'll see the same thing. You can see the little mound, some of the vegetation here. This looks like black brush, and some small pinyons or sage there. And here as well, somebody's driven on this, and over here as well. Yep. So this was a stand of yuccas, and looks like some more juniper, young juniper here and right there that you can barely even see coming out of the ground anymore. Okay, so the camp area is just over there, and the next thing we're going to look at is human waste impacts, or what I call personal hygiene sites. So you can see there's some kind of toilet paper there, and if we walk up this way, just across the road, there aren't any camps on this side, and so everybody that camps over there that doesn't have like a toilet with them, they generally walk over here and then do what we call the surface poop. But yeah, so here we have some kind of wet wipe thing that's actually in the tree. It's creative. You can see down in the middle of this bush there's another one, and there's going to be a lot of these. I already walked through here. Well, we're getting into the highest use area here. You can see there's a whole bunch of toilet paper here, like I don't know, there's like 50 feet of it right here. And then if we go over just this way a little bit, we'll see there's one piece of toilet paper in a plastic bag. And if we come around here, like there's another right there. And there's more under the tree right there, and right here and here. And there's 2 or 3 more right there, and another one right over here. Bush right there, and right here. And if we just go on the other side of these bushes, right through over there, you can see that there's more here. And if we go off this way, there's another one right there. If we go off this way, there's another one right there, and another one right there. Oh, looks like there's a bunch more over here. And these cactuses right over there. And you can just keep walking, and it's just more and more. Tons and tons. There's more under that tree. I can see more over here under this tree. Some kind of box. Toilet paper over here. Oh yeah. This is so bad. One right there, one right there. Another one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Over here we've got another 6 or 8, and there's one like sort of under a little stone. I think that is, there's no animal around here that poops like that. There are some spots where you can actually smell the poop. Yeah, there's a few more over here. And the road is just right there. And there's more over there and more stuff. Anyway, oh, and more up over there. Let's go over there. Some crypto here to go around it. Oh yeah, there's a bunch more up here. I don't want to walk over there because it's kind of crypto-y, but you can see there's there, and then there's another one there in the back. Yeah,